Hi, I'm Dick Myers, and with me today is Chris Chaffee, who's a Republican candidate for United States Senate. There are 14 candidates. This is a tough race for people to ferret out and find out a little bit about everyone. Why did you decide to run?
Why I ran for United States Senate was the last straw was Senator Mikulski voting for the Iran deal. That was the bottom line. You know, I mean, she's been our senator for many years, and she was leaving, and she had the opportunity to do the right thing, not to vote for this bad deal, and it was not a good deal for America. Period.
This is a wide open race. Is there a possibility that the Republicans can latch onto this seat?
Yes, this is probably the number one election that they can get this seat right now. And the reason why is because first thing we got a new governor, Governor Larry Hogan. He's doing a great job. So we have the power behind the governor. Second reason is people are very upset with the establishments. So we have people switching from the Democrat Party to the Republican Party, and I think that's going to make a big difference. And even after the primaries, I believe you'll see a lot of Democrats vote this year, this election season, for Republican candidates.
So of the 14, you're the only Southern Marylander. So
That is correct.
one of the reasons why we're interviewing you separately. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Chris.
My name is Chris Chaffee. I have been married for 30 years to my wife, Amy. I have 4 beautiful daughters. I was blessed with 2 grandsons. I have another one on the way. I'm not allowed to say that, so I have another one on the way. Hey, I just said that. I have been in business for 30 years. I now work for my wife. My wife has taken over the business. I work for my wife, basically. I got into politics in 2010, ran against Steny Hoyer in 2010, then again ran against him in 2014. Received more votes in Maryland and in Southern Maryland in District 5 than anybody in history except for Larry Hogan. And it's opened my eyes to what's going on to America. I mean, we all see it, you know, so if we're not paying attention, you know, shame on us.
So you got 23 counties in Baltimore City. Have you been to?
I've been to every county, but not as much as I should, because we do have 23 counties.
Yeah, that's right.
I've been from Ocean City to Worcester, Berlin, all the way to Garrett, Allegheny, you know, to Baltimore. So yes, it's rough. I've got signs in every county. There's not another candidate that has signs out there. Now, that's confusing to me. I haven't figured that out, but maybe you can help me on that.
I don't know.
Okay.
So you have them all over?
I have them all over the state of Maryland, yes.
So are you hearing the same thing in different corners of the state about concerns of Marylanders?
I think everybody has their own different concerns, but yes, you know, the main concern right now, I believe, in Maryland is taxes and jobs. That's our main concern. But our main concern really right now should be ISIS. I mean, we have a very serious situation that's going on right now, you know, and I'm a Catholic and I'm Christian, and we have a very serious, you know, situation. This is the first time that Christianity is being attacked like this around the world. So we have to put a stop to it. I mean, Barack Obama came out when ISIS was first announced. He came out and said they're a JV team. So he lied to us right then. He knew. I mean, he's the president of the United States. He knew. And they're definitely no JV team. They're taking states over there and they're literally killing every person they can kill that will not follow them.
I've got to ask a follow-up question, but first I want to ask you if you're supporting any of the presidential candidates.
I am supporting 2 presidential candidates, and no, I have not made my mind up.
Okay. You want to tell us who, or you?
I'm a Cruz Donald Trump guy. I like them both for different reasons, you know, so no, I haven't made my mind up. Sorry, guys.
But the reason why I asked that question is, of course, Trump wants to close our borders to.
Yes, we need to close our borders.
Not only for Mexico, but also for ISIS as well. Do you ascribe to that?
Do I agree on that? Yeah, I definitely agree on that. I mean, I believe Ted Cruz also wants to close the borders. we should have had these borders under control years ago. We've been talking about this way too long. We have an immigration policy in effect and we're not following it. So, that's our first objective, is we have to follow our own immigration law. If somebody breaks into your house, what do? You call the police department and you expect the police department to come and take them out, correct? So, that's basically what we have to do. Does that mean deport all the illegals in this country? No, that doesn't mean that. But what it does mean is we have to vet these people and know who they are and get them to start paying taxes and start contributing. And if they're not going to contribute, yes, they have to leave. So we have so many illegals in this country that are not contributing. And if they're not going to contribute, then they have to be gathered up and they have to be gone.
How about preventing folks of the Islam faith from entering?
No, if you have an Islam faith, I don't believe that, any type of, our country was built off of faith, but I don't believe just because you have an Islam faith. Now, if you're a radical Islamic, we're going to have a problem with it, because our Constitution and Islamic religion does not mix. So if you're going to try to mix the two, that means you're going to force a president to change the Constitution to make it work. And, we don't need to change the Constitution at this particular time. So I think what we're going to have to do is make sure that if any Muslims come in as refugees right now, we have to know who they are before they come here. And once we know who they are and we vet them correctly, I think we're okay.
So how do we fight ISIS since they're so dispersed?
I'm going to say, like I've been saying, look, I have 4 daughters, and the last thing I would want is my daughters to have to go put boots on the ground. It's time. It's been time. We're going to have to, if you really have an objective of defeating ISIS, then we're going to have to put boots on the ground. And our military, by Barack Obama, has been depleted and have been beaten down, and our generals have been fired. He has replaced our generals with his own generals and people that will do what he wants them to do. And we have to rebuild our military right now. Once we do that with our new president, we have to take care of ISIS. And if we do not take care of ISIS, we're going to be shown around the world as weakness. So, we have to take care of business.
So you mentioned the economy as well. Maryland really hasn't recovered as well as some of the other states from the recession. Why do you think that is, and what needs to be done about it?
In Maryland, we're still being taxed and regulated by the Democrat Party. I mean, we are being regulated so heavy from Dodd-Frank. Dodd-Frank is hurting all the banks. The banks can't lend to small businesses. The small businesses can't hire. Then we have the Affordable Care Act. The Affordable Care Act was an idea of trying to get everybody on health care. What it really did was destroy our health care system as we know it. And it put a lot of low-income people on the healthcare system, but it took a lot of people that were middle class off the healthcare system, or hurt them, and hurt a lot of businesses. Then the last thing is we've got, we got to stop trying to raise $15 an hour rate, hour to these young people, because these jobs, these minimum wage jobs, were exactly what they were. They were starter jobs. They were minimum wage. You got out of high school, you started a minimum wage job, and you didn't want to stay there. And if you start paying people $15 an hour, what's going to happen is we're going to build a whole society of minimum wage people that will never leave minimum wage. It's not helping the small businesses, and it's certainly not going to even help the ones that are going to be stuck in these minimum wage jobs. So we have to kind of relook at everything. We have to start educating our younger kids in high school, not just that, hey, let's go to college and have this big debt after you get out of college. Let's educate these kids for high-tech jobs. Let's stop the high-tech visa program that's coming in. They're bringing all these high-tech visa guys that are coming in, and these guys are stealing American jobs that should be my children's jobs and your children's jobs.
Senator Cruz, I believe, wants a restructuring of the tax code. Do you favor a whole new look at how we?
I think yes, we have to do something. I mean, if you have a business, you get lost in the tax code. So if you're an individual, you have a certain amount, you go to H&R Block or you go to one of the tax groups and you slide it through, and you get it done. But if you have a business, it's incredibly confusing to do your taxes. So how many pages? Let's get it down to 5 pages. And, let's do like some type of fair tax, flat tax system. I don't have the perfect answer for the tax code because, yes, we still need taxes to do our stuff. But we can reduce the IRS. We don't need the IRS first thing in the healthcare system. We don't need them to police us. And that's what the IRS is now. They're basically a new police force. They're going to be policing America. It hasn't taken place yet, but the movement has already taken place. So now you have the IRS basically policing your healthcare system. If you don't have healthcare, they're going to fine you $2,500 and possibly more. So I don't believe we need the IRS in our healthcare system. I don't believe we need the IRS in a lot of stuff, and I do believe we can do some type of fair flat tax.
Okay. Let me ask you about a couple of social issues that are usually near and dear to Republicans and conservatives. First, gun control. Where do you stand on gun control?
Keep away from my guns. We have a Second Amendment. Our Second Amendment was designed, for everybody in Maryland. This is in Maryland's Constitution. Maryland Constitution says that if Maryland calls us, we are the militia. If they call us up, we have to have a gun in our house. Now, nobody knows that. So if you have a chance, read the Maryland Constitution. The Maryland Constitution says if you do not have a gun, you're now in penalty. So we don't know if that'll ever come to here in America or Maryland. Hopefully, we won't ever have to come to that. Hopefully we can get all through this. But our guns secure all our other amendments in the Constitution, and that's why they put it second, because it was their design. If the government got too big or another foreign entity came in here and the government couldn't handle it, that we would be there for them.
Okay, how about abortion? As a guy,
I'm not. No. As a father with 4 daughters and 2 grandsons, I'm a Catholic. I'm completely 100% against abortion. I'm not going to tell a woman that she can't. I'm not going to go try to reverse Roe versus Wade. But I don't think the government needs to be putting their money, our money, into abortion. So, basically defund Planned Parenthood. I'm 100% for that, to defund Planned Parenthood. Why are we still talking about abortion? We've had birth control out there for so many years. Are you kidding me? You can get birth control with your health care now. Why are we still talking about abortion? We got to get off of that. We got to move away from that. Educate your children, raise them correctly, bring family values back in your home, and we won't be talking about abortion so much. And for the poor people that do have to have abortion, I feel sorry for them because they've got to live with that for the rest of their lives. So I would much rather have them give their kid up for adoption. So please, if you have the opportunity, please put your child up for adoption before you think the last resort of aborting your child.
Right. How about gay rights?
Gay rights. Again, I'm also a Catholic. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. I'm going to stay out of your business. But I'm not someone who's, I believe marriage is between a man and a woman. Period. And if, I have people in my family that, my cousins, that are gay, and I'm not going to tell them how to live their life. I don't want my government to tell me how to live my life. I don't think the government really should be involved in basically certifying marriages. Where did it come to where the government decided they were going to certify marriage, between a man and a woman, so, or between gays. Now, I don't like the gender bathrooms. I think that's the most ridiculous thing that I've ever seen. I don't think that needs to be law. I think if you feel that you're cross-gender, but you should still have to just go into the male bathroom, period.
So there are 14 of you. Whoever is left standing on April 29th, do you think this is going to be a race that the Republican Party is going to try to move into the R ranks, and do you think there's going to be money behind whoever the winner is?
I don't know. I would say yes, but I've proven it doesn't take money to run an election. When I ran against Steny Hoyer, I spent 26 cents a vote. He spent $247 a vote. So it's a proven fact that money does not control elections. If you think money controls elections, that's not why I'm running. I don't want to be. You can get money from everywhere when you run for this, but your choice is if you take it or not. So I think people need to look at it like this. People are very upset what's going on in America. We are headed down a dangerous road that we will never come back on. If our Christianity values are destroyed in this country, then our Constitution will be destroyed in this country. And everything that this country was built on will be completely changed. And that's what this administration has been trying to do. He's been trying to retell the story of how America was made. And it's really easy to do that when people go to college and the professors teach that to these children in college. So we have to start teaching the right way to our children.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure talking to you today.
God bless.
I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Our guest today was Chris Chaffee, who's a Republican candidate for United States Senator. I'm Dick Myers.
Thank you.